Last time on Our Neighbor's a Murderer. 3 roommates continue the search for clues to find out if their neighbor across the street, Professor X, murdered his lover, Nancy. We rejoin the gang in their pursuit of truth on Our Neighbor's a Murderer.
Out the window late one night, we saw a terrifying sight. Our neighbor murdering his wife.
Allegedly.
We search for clues to find the truth.
Please help me.
To catch a killer on the loose.
There's blood everywhere.
Become the greatest roommate sleuths.
Anybody got any clues?
And welcome back to Our Neighbor is a Murderer. Here we are again, looking for the truth, seeking out all of the clues.
We're back.
With me, I have my roommates, Guy.
Hello, hello.
And Michelle.
Honorary roommate.
Honorary roommate. You should do like the Girl Scout.
Roommate.
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country with liberty and cookies for all.
Whoa. That was more of it than I would have known.
That's the real thing.
That's a real thing.
Mm-hmm. That is.
And it's the same salute as in Hunger Games. Fun fact.
Oh, I just remember Weebelo. That's the only term from Boy Scouts I remember.
What does that mean?
That's what you would be. You were a Weebelo. That's the thing.
I did not do.
That's a real thing.
I did not do either Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts.
Which is weird because like there was like Tiger Scouts and then the Cubs, like Bear Cub Scouts, and then Weeblo.
Weeblo.
That is a terrible name.
It's a bad name.
That's a bad name.
I don't think that's not a real animal.
I don't think so.
A Weeblo.
A Weeblo. It sounds.
A Weeblo.
It sounds like
maybe it's British. Maybe the
it's
American Boy Scouts.
It sounds like it sounds like a Pokemon.
Oh, it is a Pokemon. There is a Weeblo.
Is there?
I swear. I think it has like it kind of looks like a narwhal, but like a caterpillar.
Oh my God, narwhal would have been a better Boy Scout name. All right, first we need to address some things from the last episode.
Yeah, we need to get serious here.
Yes, there were some errors.
The first thing I would like to bring up is that I agreed to take out the trash down 4 flights of stairs in trade for cleaning the
Yes, I would clean the cereal bowl
in the sink. I would like to go back on that. I'd like to change that.
Already? It's been
I took 1 bag down and you put 2 bowls away from the sink and I've realized that I've been duped.
It's not fair. Okay, well, we'll alternate. How about that?
Okay.
I'll do the trash next. Okay, great.
All right. Issue 1 taken care of.
That's the best part about being an honorary roommate is that I don't have to worry about the trash.
No. But I mean, you have your own trash, I'm sure you.
I know, but it doesn't have the same scent.
We've actually never been in Michelle's apartment. We could walk in there and it's just full of trash bags.
True.
Like it's just trash bags.
No, it's very clean, and there's a reason that I keep my apartment private. I'll just say I have a collection of something, and I don't want you guys to see.
I bet like the plot twist of this podcast is that Michelle's a murderer the whole time. I really think it could be the case. But anyway,
we'll find out.
Anyway, I did want to bring up some errors we brought up. Yeah. We like kind of made in the last episode. So the first, honestly, the only one really, in my opinion, is we kept saying the word retcon, which was just incorrect, and
we don't know what that means.
That is a phrase, but not the one we wanted. It is a phrase.
I googled it. It's short for retroactive continuity, and it is a phrase used in film. And I stopped researching it after that, so I don't know what it means in film. But it does not mean what we thought it meant. We were looking for the shortening of reconnaissance, which is just recon. So, recon, which makes a lot more sense, I think, than retcon.
Reptar.
That's also a Pokemon.
That's Rugrats.
Oh.
Reptar, gotta find the Reptar.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Pupitar. That's a Pokemon.
That doesn't feel right either.
That is actually the only one that is a Pokemon.
That's not a Pokemon.
Okay, you guys.
Look that up. We'll look that up for next episode.
Yeah, that might be in our mistakes.
Mistakes from last.
All right, is there any other old business we'd like to address?
I mean, the only other kind of mistake I want to address is I think the mistake of calling this show Our Neighbor's a Murderer. Just because it's very hard for me to say the word murderer. I was listening to the first episode, and right at the top, I introduced the show, and I can barely get it's the second R. Do you guys?
Murderer.
Murderer.
Honorary roommate.
I was actually just about to say that.
It's very similar.
I feel like I was having trouble saying that.
Yeah, they're both.
We've made a lot of.
Murderer.
I don't know.
We have our
guys.
issues already, but we're gonna work through them. We're gonna press forward.
It's
And
like
I
with
think-
any word, if you say it enough, it sounds wrong. Like
Yeah.
with.
Is that with a D? With?
No, with. Like,
Okay, with.
We're
with.
doing a podcast with each other.
And we're also doing a podcast with
With
a special guest.
A special guest.
Oh my gosh, our first one.
Our first ever guest.
So today we would like to first introduce, or not first introduce, but like we would like to introduce our first guest.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well.
I'm Beth.
Beth, thank you so much. Now, Beth reached out to us through our email, sleuthmates
Immediate success with that whole
gmail.com.
thing.
Yeah. And Beth had some interesting information in her email to us, and so we invited her onto the podcast just to give us the hot deets.
So yeah. Go ahead.
First off, first time caller, long time listener. I always wanted to say that. But I did listen to your first podcast, and thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The pertinent information is actually has to do with Nancy. Her and I are very good friends.
And don't tell us her real name, by the way.
Her real.
No, please don't. I don't want to know.
I mean, the only thing, Michelle, like I get that we like want to separate ourselves from the true lives of Nancy and Professor X just to like keep them the way we had them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we can get closer to the truth if we don't know, the real details about
If I want
them.
to search like newspaper archives, I'm going to have to know the real names of people. I feel like I can't just look up Nancy and hope that that's her.
Right.
I guess that's true. It's kind of like how I feel about Terry Gross on Fresh Air. Like, I know what she sounds like, but I never want to know what she looks like because
Yeah.
I already have an image
Beth,
in my head.
Do you feel like it would be like a breach of your professional contract to tell us Nancy's real name? That's the first question I have.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should know, like, what was your relationship with
Yes.
Nancy?
Let's start there. Tell us a little more of that.
Well, we're best friends.
Oh.
You guys, I'm not her best friend. I'm sorry. I just I thought like being on a podcast you have to be dramatic and I'm her barista. I work downstairs on the corner at Sip and Go.
Well, that could be very intimate. You may see a person every day being a barista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw her every day. But I haven't seen her for 2 months, you guys.
Yeah.
And she's always paid with cash, and she hasn't ever told me her name. But she's always very friendly.
Well, that's a weight off our shoulders, and I think a waste of a debate that we had.
Yeah.
I really wish we would have thought of that just to ask that.
Yeah, that
should let you speak before we spoke. That was our first mistake.
Yeah,
Live and learn.
Guys, we're learning how to interview guests, and we're learning very quickly that we're already bringing a lot of our like own like issues into it.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
okay.
we're first time sleuths, first time casters. Is that what you call We're casters.
think so.
Casters. I think that's what you call podcasters and like
fishermen.
Hogwarts students.
Oh!
And fishermen, probably.
Beth. So
Beth.
you, first of all, okay, what I would like to know is what did she drink?
Oh, that's
Was it the same thing every time?
Ooh,
Or did she change it up?
So
Because I feel like she would change it up. I feel like she doesn't.
And you said this is the Sip and Go?
This is a Sip and Go over on the corner.
Around the corner. I go in there a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see Nancy?
I never ran into Nancy. But
What time did you go in?
I usually go in the evening right after work. Is she
Yeah.
a morning drinker?
She's a morning drinker. She's
can
a
see
morning
that.
person.
She totally would be. Like, she, like, seems like the type of person that just, like, bounces out of bed. I'm like, ugh, God, get over yourself. But, like, in the sweetest way.
You don't have to speak about Nancy like that.
Why do you get so defensive?
Rest in peace, okay? Let's not speak ill of the dead. Let's go on.
We don't know that she's dead. She's dead.
That's true. She might be.
Allegedly.
She
She definitely died, but we don't know.
Well, when I was talking to her, I was making her drink. Her drink is a cappuccino.
A cappuccino.
Dry.
Yeah.
Bone dry.
I knew it. I knew it.
And she was.
Wait, why were you so suspicious?
I don't know. I just felt like that's the kind of drink that she would have. I
She's
don't know.
so full of of life and energy. She doesn't need any sugar.
Yeah, she doesn't
to
need
pep
any
it up.
sugar. She doesn't need anything.
Just as a non-coffee drinker.
I don't drink coffee either.
Oh my God, Michelle, why haven't we tried dating yet? Anyway.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I don't look like Professor X.
You don't. But if you were bald,
Thank you so much.
I don't know this expression bone dry. Does that mean there's nothing
I'm
in
guessing no Beth, please.
As a
We have an
barista.
expert
barista.
here. We
Yeah,
have an
I'm a barista.
expert here.
Bone dry means that there's 0 zip zilch milk and it's only foam.
Only foam.
And
You didn't let her finish.
espresso.
Foam and
Espresso.
espresso. Like
And espresso.
dry espresso?
No, the espresso is wet.
I have no
It's
idea.
really
I have no
wet.
idea how coffee works, guys.
Well, that's a good.
What the-
That's a good vocabulary.
Hey guys, today's
Holy
word of the
shit.
day is vocabulary.
But also, I feel like bone dry.
Bone dry.
Oh,
bone
yeah.
dry coffee.
Today's other word is
Bone dry. Nice. I
Why
think
don't you drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee. I never really like the taste of coffee. But also I don't really do much caffeine anyway.
That's my thing. My therapist said, please stop drinking caffeine.
Yeah, and has it helped you?
Because I've had... All right, podcasters, going to get a little deep. I have panic attacks, and they say the caffeine increases your
your
heart rate.
Oh.
Yes.
I feel like I can just drink very little caffeine and it will keep me up throughout the night.
Yes.
And I don't need that in my life.
Also, I lose a lot of friends when I drink coffee because I get very bajiggity, and I'm like, hello, 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 hello. And people don't want to talk to me anymore.
Bajiggity.
Bajiggity.
That's good too.
That's a good word.
We can't have too many words of the day otherwise.
Okay.
We're gonna lose track.
I'm
The whole
sorry.
podcast would be words of the day.
We'd have to change the title, which is probably good because Guy can't pronounce.
Hey guys, welcome to Word of the Day. That is way better. I can
It's
do that
just
really
that.
well.
Our neighbors, a bajiggity. Does that work? No.
It's just a dictionary.
Okay.
Our neighbor's
Podcast.
bone dry.
What are we trying to do here?
Beth.
Oh yeah, Beth. Back to
All
Beth.
right.
Focus.
So-
Okay.
Now, I would like, as so far our star witness, I would like some background on you. Obviously, barista, your day job. What happens after hours? What's going on there?
Yeah, what are some hobbies and things you do?
Well, I like to. Well, I wasn't prepared for this, obviously. But I guess I just go out and I walk around the town, and I kind of like to be outside and tree bathe, and so I take my binoculars. And then I just kind of like look around to see what's happening.
Now, just to backtrack a second, tree bathe.
Yeah.
Could you define that?
Yeah, tree bathing is it's kind of like sunbathing, but it's in front of trees instead of sun.
So they actually in Japan, that's they have a Japanese word for that. I lived in Japan for 4 years. Fun fact. This was pre Nancy, pre Olive.
Yeah.
And that's a term, and people go and
Tree
just
Tree
go
bathe.
into the forest, and they call it tree bathing, and it's very relaxing and fun.
It's hard to do in Chicago, but around
Yeah,
here.
where do you tree bathe here?
Well, how on the
Millennium
street-
Park?
Yeah, Millennium Park, Lakeshore Drive, which is a long hike. I'll tell you that much. But worth it. Also, I just my life is kind of the coffee shop. I spend so much time there, and my love life is there, and my work life is there.
Beth, are you in a relationship?
Oh, I'm in a relationship, you could say, with a lot of people.
Did Nancy know you were in a relationship?
Nancy, she didn't know that I was in a relationship.
Wait, I have so many questions.
But I knew
How-
that she was in a relationship.
Okay, wait, so many questions.
All right. Ooh.
Hang on.
Oh, this is getting juicy. This is getting hot.
Hang on. Okay. Let me try to get everything out there.
Okay.
Why are you in a relationship with, you said you're in a relationship with many people.
Okay,
Are
so
you a polygamist?
well, I guess you could call it. Well, I don't know what that is, so I'm going to say no.
Good choice. Honestly, good choice.
What I am is I have a lot of crushtomers, okay? And I'm in a relationship, a serious relationship with them. I offer them good service and fun conversation, and they offer me their business.
Let me tell you, when I go in there to grab myself a coffee, you're holding like full conversations. This isn't like, here's your coffee, see you later. You're going in depth with people.
Full
and I
conversations.
personally appreciate that.
Yeah.
Full cups of coffee. That's my motto.
I just like the fact that you actually get our names right on the cups. Like, you take the time to actually spell our names right.
Sometimes I prank people, though.
Are you a prankster, Beth?
Yeah.
What's one of the...
I'm scared.
We're all a little
God.
frightened. What's one of the pranks you've done?
Oh, just like misspelling people's names.
That's
Oh,
a classic.
okay.
I feel like
It's
that's
wild.
a classic.
Okay, it's like the
yeah.
opposite
It
of
is
what I said.
wild.
I liked. Okay.
Did you ever
Yeah.
play a prank on Nancy?
Yeah, one time
How'd she react? How'd she react?
I pretended that I was choking on on a cookie that I was eating behind the bar. It's a classic prank that I pull on people. And she threw her cup of coffee and down and climbed over the bar, and then she tried to give me the Heimlich maneuver. And I was like, Nancy, I'm so sorry. And I
Poor Nancy.
guys, she's
so athletic, though. I mean, to jump over the coffee bar.
The more I hear about Nancy, the more I'm like, geez, she was such a great person.
She
Yeah.
was.
Like, she
yeah.
jumped over a counter
I
to
miss
save
her.
the life of a
Surreal
barista
almost.
that
She
she
was
didn't even know.
ethereal.
Ouch.
Well, she really, Beth.
I mean, as far as it, okay, well, first of all, here's
That's
one
fine.
thing I would like to bring up. We struck out in that, like, I notice you don't put my name on the cups anymore because you know who I am. I don't have to say my name. You just take it and you just go. That coffee shop started putting names on their cups when Starbucks started putting names on cups. By that point, I'm sorry. Did I cross a line?
Do you have something against Starbucks?
I hate Starbucks.
Okay. I was, ooh. When,
Should we edit that out? Should we edit that out?
When the
Are they
S-Bucks started doing the name thing, then the old SIP started doing the name thing. If Nancy would not have been a regular up to that point, she would have been putting her name on that cup. We would know Nancy's name right now.
That's true.
That's so true.
I'm just saying, Nancy was grandfathered into a system that in this case I think hurt us a little bit in the investigation. But we're moving past it. It's not,
I feel like we're still getting some solid information.
This is all good.
Via
We know
Beth.
that she's willing to risk her well-being
Yes.
to go after someone who's in trouble.
Put that in the notebook. Put that in the notebook.
We'll write it down.
We have a
generous-
notebook with clues.
We're on the first page, guys. So don't get too excited.
I'm excited.
Really just have retcon and wedding ring.
I'm
written
looking
down.
at what he wrote down. It's retcon, wedding ring, and literally just hearts. And Nancy. He wrote hearts and Nancy all over.
Oh my god. Well,
Brandon,
it's like a third
you-
words we mispronounce, a third clues, and a third love
Brandon,
letters.
you definitely had a crush on Nancy.
She was a great person. You'd be dumb not to have a crush on Nancy.
Yeah, we all have a crush on Nancy.
Beth, back me up here.
That's true. She was one of my customers. That's for sure.
I don't think I had a crush on Nancy.
Oh my God, Michelle.
I know,
What?
and I feel bad about it.
Well, I don't think you should feel bad about it. Honestly, it's just your own personal feelings, and that's totally fine. You can't force a crush.
It's true.
Hey, Beth. did you ever have any conversations with Nancy when she like placed an
Yeah.
order or?
Yeah. We had a lot of conversations. Most of it started off kind of like this. Hi, how you doing? And she said, I'm well.
Oh, good grammar. That's really good grammar.
Actually, no, I kind of feel like I do have a crush on her. I love some good grammar.
Grammar buffs, let me tell you.
Ooh. But as we got to know her, I actually I know when her birthday is. I know when her birthday is.
Guys.
Yeah, wait, that actually reminds me of a question I had for you, because you said she didn't know that you were in a relationship, but you knew that she was in one. You seem to know a lot about her, and she seems to know very little about you, so I'm
like
just curious.
Own a pair of binoculars.
Do you spy on Nancy?
I wouldn't call it spying.
It's
I call
okay
it,
if you do. We definitely did.
We have no right to judge.
No.
We're watching Professor X right now, who is looking good in that bathrobe.
Okay, come on.
I mean, he's
you
just
can
chilling.
see into his bathroom.
This
no.
is where, well, we've been like watching for a very long time. It started off just for fun, you know, and
Here,
then
Beth, if you look out that window right there, he's in his living room, sitting on the couch in his bathrobe. You see that?
you can look. Do you want binoculars to see?
Or did you bring your
I
own?
got
She
'em.
brought her
Hold on.
own.
Let
They're-
me see.
BYOB. Your own binoculars.
Oh, I love that robe. It's
It's
got
a nice robe.
hearts on it. It looks very plush.
Honestly, I think it's Nancy's.
What?
Oh my god.
I've seen her wear that robe before. I think he's
No.
wearing Nancy's robe.
Ooh, I don't like that.
How
I know.
dare
Brandon.
he?
Guys, Brandon's veins are popping out of his forehead. Oh God. One single tear rolled down his cheek.
I mean, for my sake at this point, I hope he's just grieving, because I am furious. Like, maybe she walked out on him and that's all that happened. And I'm really hoping that's the case right now, because I don't know why you wear a lady's bathrobe when she did not probably give you permission to wear that bathrobe.
Maybe his bathrobe was dirty.
That could be.
Yeah, that's actually pretty plausible.
unclean.
I don't know.
He just didn't get to the laundry yet.
Well,
Oh boy.
he looks comfy. That's good, I guess.
Yeah, he does look comfortable. I mean, so you spy on Nancy. So you've seen things too, and then you said you spy on her like when you're tree
Bathing.
Tree bathing.
Tree bathing. I'm wearing my tree suit, and
So you like know where she hangs out.
yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her in the cul-de-sac. There's a cul-de-sac in the middle of the apartment complex.
Yeah, down there. Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes she sits on the park bench and she will have a notebook and
We have to find this
That's
notebook. We have
got
to
to
find
be
this
found.
notebook.
do you think that she like hid it under the bench?
Oh my god.
She like I don't
Oh
know.
my God, there's so much teasing in this episode.
Oh my gosh, I want this notebook
I
so
don't-
bad.
I don't know. So so there's a notebook that
Yeah.
Nancy's been writing in.
You guys, I feel like I've got beans and they're spilling out right now. I feel like I have so many more beans that I'm just remembering
Coffee
all of a
beans.
sudden.
I'm sorry. I had to.
that was
My
pretty
gosh.
good.
Over here I was just thinking magic beans.
I was thinking the bean.
I
'Cause we're in Chicago.
We're in Chicago.
was thinking coffee beans, but you already knew that because I said it.
Oh god.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
gosh.
We'll grind them up and give them to us bone dry.
Okay, so her birthday is coming up. Her birthday is for sure coming up because every time someone has a birthday, they get a free coffee, okay?
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
it is coming
I've
up.
been meaning to come in for mine. How late will you give someone that free coffee?
For you?
Yeah.
Well, since I get to be on this podcast, I would do anything for you.
Thank God.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Wait,
it's been 6 months since his birthday, so I don't
Half
know.
birthdays count.
Oh, okay, great.
awesome.
That's actually really convenient.
Okay.
What would her star sign be if? Okay, it's May. What is it?
Yeah, her star sign is Gemini.
Oh my God.
She's a Gemini. Michelle, why is that so important to you?
I don't know. I just feel like Gemini, they have two sides to them. Like there's a sweet, nice side. So maybe there's another side to Nancy. Notebook Nancy that we don't even know about. Oh
like,
my God.
We open up her notebook and it's just like drawings of people like getting murdered. Like it's just like
I don't think so.
blood.
Where is your
I don't
head
think that would happen.
I listened to the first episode and I was like, this guy is messed up.
No, look, I don't know. I just feel like that's where I went when, I don't know.
No, but a Gemini, it's plausible. Like the fact that she's a Gemini, it kind of changes a lot of my theories I had about this whole situation. Like there's a lot that brings up a lot of
Guys,
things.
I think it's time for theories. In a segment we like to call How He Done Did It. So I guess let's start with Beth because we heard some of our theories of of how he murdered her.
Okay.
Beth, if Professor X did murder Nancy, how do you think he did it? He done did it.
Okay. Okay, so I just have a question. All right.
If it helps you, you can play it in the clue format that we created ourselves, which is
no copyright infringement.
No copyright infringement. Clues. We call it the clues format.
It's clues. And you can think of a motive too if like you're not comfortable with like thinking about the death. Like motive is also
so
great.
Just a murder weapon and then a location and then if you want to throw out a motive.
Okay, so what I think happened is that Nancy has that notebook and it's leather bound. It looks really important.
Ooh, yeah, you don't put minute little throwaway things into a... That's not just like a random thought journal.
And she always looks
that's a nice journal.
So serious when she's writing in it. Like she's really focused. And so I think that he found her notebook and it's full of fan fiction of her and me together and in the coffee shop, and I think that he got upset and told her to move out and get out of here. Is that
Beth? Hang on.
Okay.
Wait, so fanfic of you and her together?
It could be plausible. I mean,
I'm gonna call BS on it. Like I just don't. I have not gathered from this conversation, just to be devil's advocate here, that you have that close of a relationship with Nancy that she would be drawing fanfic that involves you.
Yeah. Also, if she was moving out and I was Nancy, like if I'm putting myself in her shoes, I'd be taking that robe with me, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's like if the notebook's involved, I think he opened it up and saw that she was just drawing these like black scribbles of people being murdered.
That doesn't sound like Nancy.
And he thought, no, you're not going to take me. I'm going to take you.
Where?
To death.
Or what if she's like part of like... she's like a bookkeeper for the mob or
the Illuminati.
Or the Illuminati.
Is that what?
That's something. Maybe they came and they took her.
Oh.
I'm not totally sure we should say Illuminati on our podcast.
Oh, yes, we're sorry.
I just feel like we would invoke them.
We've said it 4 times.
Okay. Well, we didn't say it in front of a mirror, so they don't appear, right? That's how it works.
I don't know how to edit well enough to get that out of this thing. So
didn't we mention saying something 3 times and something appearing at the last podcast as well?
Maybe. What are you guys, spooks? What is this? What is this?
We really love Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Nothing. See? It's fake.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so...
Okay, I feel like we're quickly losing control.
Okay.
Oh, that happens sometimes with me. I'm sorry, you guys. I go off the rails. Oh.
It's okay.
Okay, so if we're sticking with reality, yeah, okay. Me and Nancy, we weren't together, and maybe she didn't write fan fiction about me. But what if that leather-bound book had something to do with it?
I think it could have. She could have had. I think if I'm trying to be realistic, like maybe she was like having an affair or something, and she wrote about it in her journal, and that's what he found.
That doesn't sound like Nancy.
You don't know Nancy.
I just don't think it sounds like Nancy.
Okay.
One time I heard her take a call from a guy named Jerry.
Jerry, write that down.
Whoa,
write
Jerry.
that down.
Okay, wait. Because I wanted to bring something up that I don't know if this is connected, but... And I didn't think anything of it when I saw it a while ago. About 2.5 months ago, before Nancy went missing, I was watching their apartment by myself because...
Why were you watching it without us?
I don't know.
No. Where were we?
You were... Maybe you were at your place, and then Brandon, I don't know, you were probably out or something.
Well,
That sounds like me.
that's kind of hurtful that you'd watch without us, but it's okay.
I'm sorry. I know it's kind of like I watched an episode like of a show or
Yeah. I
watching
don't know how we
together.
catch up on that.
Well, I'm catching you up right now.
All
Think
right,
about it.
Okay, wow.
Well, I saw Nancy for the first time at Professor X's apartment or their shared apartment with another guy. I didn't see any like coitus. But
What's coitus?
I didn't see any sex. It's sex.
Oh, okay.
But Beth,
Just kidding. I like sex.
Oh,
Beth, you're such a jokester.
Pranks.
You're such a prankster.
oh
God.
my gosh.
You guys shouldn't have brought me here.
Well, you're here.
And you've given
Sounds like a
us,
threat.
you've given us so much information. You've given us so
Yeah.
much. Like, I almost want to, like, I don't know. We're not very active. We usually just like to sit in our apartment and do this podcast. But like, we could like go look for a notebook.
Absolutely, we could look for a notebook.
Yeah, not now though. I'm kind of
I
tired.
know. I am too.
Yeah, I gotta get some food in me.
Yeah, we
I'm
definitely.
so hungry.
Right? We
I
should
cannot
definitely
eat
do-
pasta, by the way, since last week.
Yeah, ever since we
Yeah,
had that
I'm done
pasta
with
talk,
pasta.
I've only eaten like a few bowls. Wait, but I feel like I just dropped like a huge bomb and no one's really reacting.
What?
She had a guy. Michelle, you didn't even
Yes,
listen
okay.
to what I said.
No,
Sorry.
I heard, but then I got distracted by the giggling.
If sex didn't happen, Nancy's allowed to have friends that are guys, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, but
That
when
doesn't
Professor X isn't
necessarily-
there,
Maybe he knew. Maybe he knew about it.
Maybe it's his brother.
Maybe he didn't, and maybe it was totally fine. She can do whatever the hell she wants. And then maybe Professor X had a problem with it, and he voiced his opinion with the sharp end of a knife.
right? That's what I'm saying. Whether it's okay or not, which I think it's okay for her to have another guy over.
What
I
if
mean,
it was a ghost?
Oh my God.
Whoa. How
I
sure are you? How
don't-
translucent?
today's third word of the day is
Translucent.
Guys, it was a guy. It was not a ghost. Beth, I'm sorry. Like,
Did his legs go all the way down?
I have to say, Beth, you have an extraordinary imagination, and I feel like I really enjoy your creativity.
This is why we need guests on. This is why we need guests on, is to open the doors in our brain to the other rooms that we're not looking in. So I appreciate this.
Different perspectives.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I don't know. I feel like okay. I guess my thing is I just don't believe in that stuff.
Do you not believe in ghosts?
I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't think that Nancy was murdered by a ghost.
Well, I don't think she was murdered by a ghost. I think Mr. Professor X found out about the ghosts hanging around. It's like, I'm going to make one more.
Oh my
God, that's so dark.
Brandon, that was like the most ludicrous thing I have ever heard, but it was still
I don't know.
like
It just
right.
popped in my head. It just felt
Oh.
like if she's hanging out with people,
was right to
regardless
my
of
heart.
living or dead, I feel like Professor X is the kind of guy that's not just going to like stand around and let that happen. That's all.
Honestly, that was pretty poetic. And the veins in your head are popping out again.
Yeah, why are you so upset?
He's just still there in that robe. He's just
Yeah, he's just
lounging. He's so casual.
Now I
Ugh.
think he's drinking hot tea.
Yeah, the steam.
You would
coming out
know.
of it.
You can see from this far.
If I could
see that.
smell it, I would know
You'd be
it.
able to name every ingredient. in it, wouldn't you?
Chamomile, hibiscus, lemon.
You okay? You like Beth, you have moments of just ridiculousness, but I will say, you know your hot drinks.
Yes.
You really do know your
I
stuff.
don't think I could name that many teas.
No.
Snatched drinks.
Right.
I mean, they're hot.
This is just making me more and more like thirsty and hungry.
Sorry.
Beth, thank you so much for coming on this episode. I think we really nailed down a lot of new information, helpful information. I'm definitely going to be checking back in with you
periodically,
especially for that half birthday coffee. I need to come around for that.
Yeah, you guys should all come around whenever you're welcome.
I absolutely am. However, if you fall down acting like you're joking, I will not help you. I'm going to assume I'm being... Because I was duped with the chores thing here with the trash and the cereal bowls. I just don't want to be duped again. I just feel like... man.
Brandon, are we okay?
We're fine.
Okay. Just checking.
As long as we hold up, we're fine.
I gotta
as long as we
admit,
hold
like,
up our deals.
Guys, I loved having Beth here. And Beth, thank you so much for being here. But, like, I'm a little disappointed we, like, didn't solve Nancy's murder. Like, I feel like I was hoping too much.
A podcast, I think like this is going to be a long road we're walking down.
You think so?
Yeah.
I just kind of was hoping like we'd be like done with it already.
Maybe you guys could try a Ouija board.
Ooh.
There's a thought.
I really don't believe in that.
Guy is not into ghosts.
He's not into ghosts.
Into
I
Professor
know.
X, not into ghosts.
Well, I don't know.
What about a ghost version of Professor X? Would that be attractive to you?
I mean, attractive, yes. Real, no.
Well, we'll solve that murder another day. And if you have any clues that you would like to submit to us, feel free to email us at sleuthmates@gmail.com. That's sleuthmates, SLEUTHMATES @gmail.com. We can also get voicemails and text messages at 815-570-9979. So join in on the hunt for truth.
Love thy neighbor, or they might just murder you.
Bye.
Bye.
So many questions left to answer. Does Guy not believe in ghosts? Or is he afraid? What is a tree suit? Is pretending to choke to death a prank? And of course, did Professor X murder Nancy? Find out next time on Our Neighbor's a Murderer.